Cool. So thank you so much for joining us today, Barry. It's really awesome. I'm really grateful.
Thanks for having me, Alan.
Yeah. I wanted to express some gratitude to you for the contribution that you made to Grounded in Gratitude. It was a story that really came from the heart, and I guess for those that haven't read your story yet, like, could you maybe share a little bit about it? Maybe like a point in your life that was like a major transformation point, either that you've shared in the story or since then. Yeah.
There's been, there's most definitely been many transformational points within my life. I was somebody that grew up like in a good family. Like, my parents were together, never had to go through any of that sort of stuff, but always seemed to find myself in trouble, always seemed to find myself in challenging and difficult situations, and it was sort of the flavour of my life. But interestingly enough, I always had this belief that everything was going to be okay, or there was always some good to be found in a bad situation. And I suppose I was lucky enough to have had that belief ingrained in me from somewhere, that anytime things came up, I was able to look at what is the learning in this, or what is the positive experience. However, late in 2012, when my partner left me, I was in Tasmania at the time, had a business, left me with my took the two kids and made the decision to move back to Perth, Western Australia, to be with the family, because she couldn't do the life anymore that we were living. She couldn't do the fact that I was never there. I was working all the time, and when I was there, I wasn't present. And it was a really hard point in my life, because I was put in a situation that I had to choose between having her and the kids in my life or keeping my business. My business was at a stage we just borrowed a heap of money, reinvested, and because of the way the industry was, there wasn't a lot of people looking to buy into a business that I had. And so either I could stay and work off the debt that I had and struggle through from where we're currently at, or I could actually, fold the business in to follow her and to be with her and the kids. Now, of course, there was a lot of other things happening at that time, but what it felt like is in that moment when she made the decision to leave, is that my whole life imploded around me. It was at that point that I sat there and looked and realised how messed up so many areas of my life was. And it was before that time, I suppose I wasn't conscious of it. Like, I was just drifting through life, believing that everything was okay, not seeing friends fall away, not seeing the relationship crumble, not seeing the cash flow fall apart within the business. And it was at that point that, I had made the decision to file for bankruptcy, which meant that I got to follow my partner WA and try and rebuild the relationship that I had with her and with my two young children. And it was probably the most difficult point in my life, where even though I had that belief that everything would be okay, even though I had that belief that surely there was some positive within that situation, it was extremely difficult to find that. And it wasn't until I'd made that decision to move on, and the weeks and months and even the years after that, that I suppose I've really tapped into the learning and the deep understanding within that experience, which has enabled me and allowed me to do what I do now within the field of work, which is assisting business owners, entrepreneurs and people to live a more abundant and more successful life, but not specifically within their business, within their life itself, realising that the business, their job is actually just a vehicle, an opportunity for them to experience and live the life that they want. Whereas quite often I think that many people get mistaken. They go into a business, they go into a career, and then for whatever reason get caught up, get so busy within the experience, they actually forget to enjoy life. They forget to be grateful and to be present with everything that's happening within life. And it's most definitely the biggest shift that I've seen within myself is choosing my lifestyle first and allowing my businesses to fit in around my lifestyle, but also within my clients is getting them super clear on what is it they want to create within their life, how can they be present, how can they be grateful in every moment, and then how does their business, how does their employment have to fit in order for them to have that life they want to create.